If you want to make money, one of the smartest things you can do is not to copy rich people, but to stop copying the habits that keep most people broke. In this video, we are going to flip the question. Instead of asking, what should I do to get rich, we will ask, what should I absolutely avoid if I ever want real financial freedom? Here are 10 things you should never do if you want to make money. First, never build your life around impressing other people. The fastest way to stay broke is to spend money on status. Expensive clothes that you do not need, gadgets you barely use, nights out you barely remember, all purchased so strangers and casual friends think you are doing well. You end up with pictures that look rich and a bank account that screams poor. Real wealth is quiet. It hides in skills, in investments, in ownership. The more you need to look rich, the harder it becomes to actually get rich. Second, never ignore where your money goes. A shocking number of people have no idea how much they actually spend each month. They know their rent and maybe one or two bills, but the rest disappears into food deliveries, subscriptions, small impulse purchases, and random treats. They say things like, "I just do not know where it all went." If you do not tell your money where to go, it will decide for you, and it always chooses the path of least resistance. If you want to make money and keep it, you have to look reality in the face. Track your spending. You do not need a complicated system. A simple list of where your money goes already turns the invisible into something you can control. Third, never treat debt like free money. Debt is a tool, but for most people it becomes a trap. High-interest debt is especially dangerous. Credit cards, buy now, pay later, personal loans for things that lose value the moment you buy them. You are pulling future income into the present and paying rent on it every single month. This kills your ability to invest and kills the feeling of progress, because no matter how hard you work, interest keeps eating your efforts. If you are already in that situation, your first real investment is to get out. Pay down toxic debt as if your future depends on it, because it does. Fourth, never rely on only one source of income forever. Having one job or one client might feel safe, but it is a fragile kind of safety. If that boss changes direction or that client disappears, your entire life is exposed. Rich people think in portfolios. Not just portfolios of stocks, but portfolios of income. A job plus a side skill. Freelance work plus a small digital product. Content plus consulting. You do not have to build 10 income streams at once, but you should slowly build a second and a third so that one problem never becomes a total disaster. Fifth, never confuse movement with progress. Many people are always busy, always tired, always complaining about having no time, but their financial life looks exactly the same year after year. They respond to every notification, every request, every distraction, but rarely spend focused time learning skills or building assets. If you want to make money, you must ask regularly, is this task moving me closer to skills, systems, or ownership that will pay me later? Scrolling is not progress. Arguing online is not progress. Watching 20 videos about business in a row without taking notes or action is not progress. Progress is when your future self will benefit from the time you spend today. Sixth, never think you are too smart to learn the basics. Some people jump straight into trading, options, crypto, high-risk schemes, complex taxes, and leverage before they even understand simple concepts like cash flow, emergency funds, compound interest, and diversification. They want to do the advanced tricks while still failing the basic levels of the game. The basics are not boring, they are protection. If you truly understand them, you will automatically avoid many stupid mistakes. If you skip them, you will eventually pay tuition to the market in the form of painful losses. Seventh, never put all your faith in miracles or shortcuts. There will always be someone selling a secret method, the secret TikTok strategy, the secret crypto coin, the secret AI tool, the secret real estate hack. The pattern is always the same: high promise, low transparency, zero talk about skills and hard work. If you get rich quickly through pure luck, it is almost guaranteed you will not know how to keep it. Slow money teaches you how to earn, keep, and grow it. Fast money often teaches you only how to lose it again. 8th, never surround yourself with people who hate on every attempt to improve. If your friends mock you for reading books, learning about finance, saying no to useless nights out, or starting a small side hustle, they are protecting their comfort, not your future. You do not have to cut everyone off, but you do need at least a few people in your life who take growth seriously. People who do not laugh when you talk about building skills, saving money, or starting a project. Environment is a silent force. If everyone around you thinks long-term, it becomes natural for you. If everyone around you is permanently broke, permanently complaining, and permanently blaming others, that will feel natural too. 9th, never neglect your health in the pursuit of money. It sounds noble to say I will grind now and rest later, but if you destroy your body and mind in the process, there may not be a later worth enjoying. Burnout, chronic stress, sleep deprivation, and constant anxiety are extremely expensive. They reduce your creativity, your decision-making, your ability to see opportunity, and your willingness to take rational risks. True wealth includes the ability to wake up with energy, to think clearly, and to enjoy the life you are building. Health is not a distraction from money. It is a multiplier of money. 10th, never forget why you wanted money in the first place. Some people start with good reasons: more freedom, more security for their family, more ability to choose where to live and what to work on. But along the way, they turn money into a scorecard, a way to feel superior or to prove people wrong. They start chasing numbers with no finish line. If you do not define what enough looks like for you, you will never feel rich, no matter how much you earn. You will always feel behind someone else. You will always feel like you are losing. So let us summarize. If you want to make money, never live to impress strangers. Never ignore where your cash goes. Never treat high-interest debt like a toy. Never depend on only one income forever. Never mistake busyness for progress. Never skip the basics of money. Never fall in love with shortcuts. Never stay in a circle that hates growth. Never sacrifice your health as if it were infinite. And never lose sight of your real reasons for wanting wealth. The people who break these rules might look successful for a moment. They might have nicer photos and louder stories. But the people who quietly avoid these 10 traps give themselves a different gift. They build a life where money is not a constant emergency, but a tool to buy time, a tool to support what matters, a tool to say no to what feels wrong. In the end, making money is not only about learning what to do, it is just as much about learning what to stop doing. Every time you refuse one of these 10 habits, you are already walking a different path than most people. And that difference, repeated day after day, year after year, is where real wealth begins.